Now, what are the sacred offerings? Because this is what we will be talking about. We will jump into talking about when people die, and that's a small segment, but for the most part, this is dealing with the sacred offerings. And what is a sacred offering? Now, Leviticus chapters 1 through 7 deal with the 5 major offerings that are to be brought to the Lord using the tabernacle offering system, right? And the priests oversee this. You have Leviticus 1 goes through the burnt offering, then the next one's the grain offering, then the fellowship offering, also known as the peace offering, then you have the sin offering, or also known as the purification offering, and then the guilt offering, also known as the restitution offering. That's the whole beginning of this book, is talking about each of these offerings. And there's very specific details for each of these. The first 3 are all free will offerings. The last 2 are to be made when you are made aware of your sin. That's the sin offering and the guilt offering. So with each of these, though, there is a segment that includes provision for the priest. Right? So the burnt offering, Leviticus 7:8 tells us that the priest may keep the hide from the animal that's sacrificed for the burnt offering. The grain offering, we learn in Leviticus 2:3, 2:10, 6:16, 6:18, and 7:9 and 10, that a portion, after the portion is burned for the Lord, that the rest of it is to be kept for the priest and his family. So the grain offering provided food and sustenance for not only the Levitical priests, for Aaron and his descendants, but also for their families as well. Then you have the fellowship offering, which Leviticus 7:31 through 34 informs us that a portion belongs to the Lord, but then the breast and the right thigh belong to the priest. The rest belongs to the offerer to eat in fellowship with their family. The fellowship offering I like to think of as Thanksgiving. It is an offering. You bring it to the tabernacle. Then a portion was given to the Lord, and then a portion was given to the priest. But the majority of it was given back to the offerer to take home and be able to cook and prepare as you would like, and to have a Thanksgiving feast with your friends, family, whomever, as a fellowship offering. That's one example in the way I look at the fellowship offering. Then you have the sin offering, which Leviticus 5:13, 6:26, 6:29, and 7:7 all reference the fact that a portion was to be set aside for the priest to be eaten. And then Leviticus 7:6 and 7 also says that the same rules apply for the guilt offering as the sin offering. So the reason why I bring all this up is that these 2 chapters do spell out for the priests the sacred offerings, or all of these offerings, and that portion that they got to keep and eat for themselves. This deals with that, and which of their family members can consume it and which can't, etc. I hope that has been helpful as far as a little bit of a background. So now, verses 1 through 6.
This has been a production of Iron Sheep Ministries.